Hello, my name is Nicole Pallotta and I'm the Student Programs Coordinator for the Animal Legal Defense Fund. Thank you for joining me in this presentation in which I'll review some of the resources and opportunities we have available for our SALDF chapters and law student members. ALDF's mission is to protect the lives and advance the interests of animals through the legal system. Student Animal Legal Defense Fund chapters, or SALDF chapters, are law student groups affiliated with ALDF that share our mission. There are several organizations dedicated to helping animals, but we are unique in that our main focus is using the law to improve the lives of animals. This is critical because we know that lasting change can only come when the law reflects what most of us already believe, that abusing an animal is wrong. I'd like to take a few minutes to show you a brief video that highlights the need for laws that protect animals. ALDF strives to achieve our mission and address some of the issues highlighted in the video through our four main programs. I'm with the Animal Law Program, and we foster the field of animal law among legal professionals and in law schools. We partner with law firms to develop pro bono opportunities for attorneys and work with students and faculty to develop animal law courses. We also help students form SALDF chapters. So, what exactly is animal law? In brief, it's a combination of statutory and case law in which the biological, social, or legal nature of non-human animals is an important factor. It intersects most traditional areas of the law and encompasses all categories and uses of animals, including companion animals, wildlife, farmed animals, and animals used in entertainment and research. The field of animal law has rapidly evolved over the last 10 to 15 years. Some people compare animal law today to where the environmental law movement was in the 1970s. A good benchmark to measure this growth is by looking at the number of SALDF chapters and animal law courses that existed in 2000 versus today. When the Animal Law Program formed in 2000, there were only 12 SALDF chapters, and now we have 196 chapters. This number includes several international chapters. In 2000, there were only 9 law schools that offered a course in animal law, but today there are 146, and there are more being added all the time. You can find a list of law schools that offer animal law on our website. If your school doesn't have one, we have resources that can help. This is often one of the first projects that SALDF chapters take on. If you're at a law school without a SALDF chapter, it is easy to form one. The steps required vary depending on each law school's requirements, but the process is usually very simple because ALDF has created material to help you with this process, including sample bylaws, chapter requirements, and a step-by-step guide to forming a chapter. We also have a list of chapter project ideas on our website. I will discuss a few of those now. I just want to mention that SALDF chapters enjoy a wide degree of autonomy as long as their activities fall within the parameters of ALDF's broad mission to protect the lives and advance the interests of animals through the legal system. This mission statement is intentionally broad in order to encompass the many ways law students and attorneys can work to protect animals. Perhaps your members are passionate about marine mammal protection, or the welfare of animals in the food industry, or the plight of homeless companion animals, or the intersections between environmental protection and animal welfare. The list goes on, and there is no shortage of issues your group can focus on. Now I will mention a few examples of the types of projects that SALDF chapters take on. Animal law class advocacy is one of the first projects many new chapters take on if their school doesn't yet offer a course. If your school does not have a class, or offers it only sporadically, this is a great project, and ALDF has resources to help, including a sample student petition, sample syllabi, and a complimentary animal law casebook that we can send you. Student support is very important to show the administration there's demand for the course and that people will take it if it's offered, so including the petition is very helpful. Once the course is approved, instructors have access to our special website which contains additional teaching materials and support. If there is no animal law course available at your school, or if you've taken the only one offered and want to expand your knowledge, you can look for summer animal law courses available at other schools. Lewis and Clark Law School, which is home of the Center for Animal Law Studies, offers many animal law courses each summer through its Summer Animal Law Program. You can find a list of course offerings on the Lewis and Clark Center for Animal Law Studies website. You can also check ALDF's website for other options. Another good way to expand members' knowledge of animal law is to organize a reading group or film screenings. For viewing ideas, you can visit ALDF's website, which lists animal law-related documentaries. Reading groups can focus on animal law generally or a specific area, such as farmed animals or animals in captivity. SALDF chapters also host speakers, debates, panels, and even conferences on animal law issues. There's a list of speaker suggestions on our website, and sometimes ALDF staff attorneys are available for speaking engagements. The Animal Law Conference and National Animal Law Competitions are wonderful educational and networking opportunities for students interested in animal law. These are both national events, but there also may be local CLEs in your area about animal law issues, or you may want to organize one at your school. The Animal Law Conference, which celebrated its 20th anniversary in 2012, is usually held at Lewis and Clark or Stanford in October. The National Animal Law Competitions take place every February at a different law school and consist of 3 separate competitions: an appellate moot court, closing argument, and legislative drafting and lobbying competition. If you participate, you will receive great feedback from the judges, who are animal protection lawyers, legislators, and even federal judges in the final round. So it's a really valuable educational experience, and I highly recommend you attend both of these events if you intend to pursue a career in animal law. ALDF provides travel grant support to assist our chapter members who want to attend these 2 events. I'll talk a little bit more about our chapter grants program in a moment. Tabling is an easy and effective way to spread awareness about animal issues. ALDF can provide your group with free tabling materials such as newsletters, stickers, brochures, and posters to help with your events. Other organizations that may provide free materials on the treatment of animals include PETA, Vegan Outreach, Mercy for Animals, and others. Your chapter can also put together an email list or send out regular e-newsletters that include information about pending legislation, community events, your chapter activities, upcoming animal law events, etc. Also, you can include ways to get involved with your chapter and other animal law related news and updates. You can also raise money for your chapter, local animal rescue organizations, or ALDF. Check out the SALDF chapter spotlights and the list of sample chapter events on our website for more fundraising ideas. Examples include bake sales, silent auctions, dog walkathons, charity 5Ks, and companion animal photo contests. Your chapter can also participate in National Justice for Animals Week, which is held annually in February. During National Justice for Animals Week every year, ALDF honors a different animal victim and raises awareness about how to report cases of animal abuse and how to work locally to strengthen animal protection laws and enforcement. SALDF members can participate by holding outreach and fundraisers on campus. If you do a fundraiser, proceeds go to our criminal justice program, which provides free legal services to prosecutors, investigators, and veterinary professionals working on cruelty cases, since district attorneys and law enforcement offices too often lack the resources or the special expertise needed to prosecute criminal animal abuse cases. I send information out about how to get involved in National Justice for Animals Week via our law student email list, so make sure you are signed up. We also have free promotional materials we can send your chapter if you decide to participate. There are now 6 academic journals dedicated to animal law. If you have a chance to write a paper on a legal issue, you can choose something animal related, even if it's not for an animal law class. This is easy because animal law intersects all the other areas of law. Then you can think about revising it for publication. This list of journals is also available on our website. You should contact the individual journals for their submission guidelines. You can also volunteer to do legal research and writing for animal attorneys. Contact local attorneys either in private practice or who work for nonprofit animal protection organizations such as ALDF, PETA, HSUS, ASPCA, Mercy for Animals, or Compassion Over Killing. SALDF members also research relevant ordinances to help activists organize effective demonstrations while also complying with local laws. To support animal advocacy campaigns, you can use your legal background to sort through documents like your state's Public Records Act to find out what information is available to the public and filing FOIA requests to obtain this information. You can also be a legal observer at a protest. The National Lawyers Guild has a legal observer program, and you can check out the NLG website for more information about that. You can also write letters and make follow-up phone calls regarding pending local, state, or federal legislation. You can submit written comments and write letters to the editor on animal issues. To check which federal regulations are accepting comments, you can go to the regulations.gov website, and they'll have a list of regulations that are accepting comments. You can also advocate on behalf of vegan students and work to increase the number of vegan options at law school events. For example, you can work to discontinue your school's use of eggs from hens confined in battery cages, or you can get your school to adopt meatless Mondays in the cafeteria. HSUS has a cage-free campus campaign, and if you check their website, they have resources available to help you with that. Some chapters also hold vegan Thanksgiving events and have been able to get food donated, for example from Tofurky or Whole Foods. You can also request ALDF's farmed animals and the law brochure to have on hand for these events. Another project idea is to write letters and make follow-up phone calls regarding pending local, state, or federal legislation. You can also write letters to the editor on animal law issues and submit written comments. To check which federal regulations are currently accepting comments, you can go to the government website www.regulations.gov. Many chapters advocate on behalf of vegan students and work to increase the number of vegan options at law school events. You can also ask your school to adopt meatless Mondays in the cafeteria and work to discontinue your school's use of eggs from hens confined in battery cages. The Humane Society of the U.S.'s Cage-Free Campus campaign is a great resource for that project. Some chapters also hold vegan Thanksgiving events. You can request ALDF's free brochure about farmed animals and the law to have on hand for these events in case people have questions about the legal context of serving vegan food. There are countless ways your group can advocate at the community level, including developing community resource materials, such as a list of pet-friendly housing in the area. You can also arrange for your members to be court advocates to visit court for animal abuse cases in support of the animals. You can also draft and lobby for local animal protection bills. ALDF has model animal protection laws, and examples of subjects for bills include anti-tethering for companion animals and bans on certain practices. For example, horse tripping, a ban on which just passed here in Oregon, where I am. The Humane Society of the U.S. sponsors Humane Lobby Day, in which it holds a lobbying workshop and an overview of relevant bills in your state's legislature. You can also arrange networking events, where you have a meet and greet or an animal law happy hour, etc., with animal law attorneys in your area, or local chapters if there are other chapters in your region. Reaching out to your local press outlets is also an excellent and inexpensive way to let your community know about your work for animals and to educate countless people about the growing field of animal law, as well as local issues. ALDF can support you in this effort by providing your chapter with a list of local media contacts in your area. If you have an idea for ways to get press coverage and want additional support, we can also provide guidance. So contact me and I will put you in touch with our media relations associate. When organizing a speaker panel or other event, we encourage our chapters to collaborate with other law groups when possible. This is a great way to pool resources, reach a wider audience, and build valuable alliances with other advocacy groups. Some examples of bridge issues include factory farms and water or air pollution. You can team up with your Environmental Law Society on that issue. Also, you can team up with the National Lawyers Guild on issues involving civil liberties and animal rights activism. Women's Law Society on issues involving domestic violence and animal cruelty. You can team up with your Human Rights or Immigration Law Society on the issue of slaughterhouses and human rights abuses. Criminal Law Society, there's lots of overlap there. Animal cruelty prosecution, activist defense, and legislation like the Animal Enterprise Terrorism Act, as well as ag-gag legislation. And finally, the International Law Society might be interested in collaborating with you on wildlife issues involving CITES, the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, which is an international agreement between governments whose aim is to ensure that international trade in specimens of wild animals and plants does not threaten their survival. Again, that's CITES. And you could have overlap with the Environmental Law Society, of course, on international issues as well. SALDF chapters can apply for a grant from ALDF to fund many of the animal law projects I just mentioned, including speaker events, film screenings, and career panels. ALDF also awards travel grants to help SALDF members attend animal law conferences and competitions. The grant guidelines and application can be downloaded from ALDF's website. We can also offer your chapter free tabling materials, including brochures, newsletters, posters, stickers, and bookmarks. We also have some email lists that you can sign up for. If you subscribe to our Law Student e-newsletter, you will receive announcements about clerkships and internships, volunteer funding and educational opportunities, upcoming events, project ideas, and ways to get involved with ALDF campaigns. SALDF members can also sign up for the National SALDF Discussion List, which is a private forum in Google Groups where you can communicate directly with other chapter members. You can also sign up for ALDF's action alerts, which include updates on our cases and campaigns. If you want to be added to any of these lists, just send me an email and we'll get you signed up. You can also join ALDF as a law student member, and membership is free for SALDF members. You can sign up for this online. As a law student member, you'll get one issue of the Animal Law Review, the oldest animal law journal, and ALDF's print newsletter, The Animal's Advocate. You'll also be added to our email and action alert list. We also offer a complimentary one-year ALDF attorney membership to recent law graduates. ALDF offers clerkships with our litigation, criminal justice, and legislative affairs programs. We offer full-time, paid summer clerkships to rising 3Ls and also have some clerkship opportunities during the school year. These are amazing opportunities to get hands-on animal law experience. You can check our clerkship webpage for the most up-to-date information. We also list clerkship opportunities with other organizations on that page. We also offer ALDF Advancement of Animal Law Scholarships. Each year, we award a limited number of these scholarships. They're open to rising second and third year SALDF members who have shown leadership with their chapter and are committed to the field of animal protection law. The application guidelines can be found on ALDF's website. The Center for Animal Law Studies, or CALS, is a partnership with ALDF and is located at Lewis and Clark Law School in Portland, Oregon. CALS provides essential programs and services for law students under the guidance of experienced animal law professors and ALDF attorneys. You can check out the CALS website, which has lots of great resources. In addition to the Animal Law Summer Program I mentioned earlier, they also offer the first Animal Law LLM program. In conclusion, I will talk a little bit about what SALDF members can do after graduation. When you graduate, you can join ALDF's Animal Law program and become part of our pro bono network. Some of the things our volunteer attorney members help with include research and writing, citation checking, filing amicus briefs, litigating cases, and assisting prosecutors with animal cruelty matters. Besides doing pro bono work for ALDF, other options include doing pro bono work at a large firm. More firms are allowing their associates to fulfill pro bono hours doing animal law work, so at the right firm you can end up doing significant work for animals on a pro bono basis. If your firm is not familiar with animal law, we have resources we can share, and in some cases ALDF's pro bono coordinator can make an in-person presentation about animal law. Solo practitioner with a focus on animal law is another career path. Solo practitioners work on a variety of issues, including dangerous dogs, animal cruelty, landlord-tenant, trusts and estates, and custody cases. Working for the government is another option. We need animal-friendly prosecutors as well as people familiar with animal law issues to work for government agencies like the USDA. Many national animal protection organizations also now have litigation departments with several attorneys on staff. Some examples include ALDF, HSUS, PETA, Mercy for Animals, and the ASPCA. Volunteering for national animal protection organizations or a local group or humane society can also be a great way to get experience and help animals while you're waiting to land your dream job. Finally, we have 2 online series that you can check out, SALDF Where Are They Now? And our ALDF Attorney Member Spotlight series, which regularly profile a different animal law attorney and the work they are doing, including the steps that led them to their current job. These profiles can give you some really good ideas about creative ways so that you can forge a career in animal law. You can stay involved in the field in other ways after graduation, including joining your regional or state animal law bar section or committee. We have a list and contact information for these committees on our website. You can also join or start an independent animal law group. A couple examples include Attorneys for Animals in Michigan and Lawyers in Defense of Animals in New Jersey. You can also write articles for local bar journals, local newspapers, or animal law journals. Another good way to stay involved in the field is to mentor students. You can do this by reaching out to the local SALDF chapter in your area and offer to be a resource, or act as an alumni advisor to your own chapter after graduation. Finally, if your local law school does not have an animal law course, you can reach out and offer to teach it. Please visit our website for more suggestions. Well, this concludes our presentation, and I just want to say thank you very much for your time and for your interest in SALDF. Our student chapters are instrumental to the development of the field of animal protection law, as well as to advancing ALDF's mission to protect the lives and advance the interests of animals through the legal system. All of the information in this presentation and much more can be found on our website, ALDF.org, and our website dedicated to SALDF chapters, SALDF.org. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you for everything you do for animals.